Hi everyone, it's Deb with Everything Alpaca doing a video blog for another line we carry, Blue Sky Fibers. And this is a wonderful company in Minnesota, and we carry a lot of their lines. The first line I'm showing you here is their alpaca silk. It's 50-50 blend, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. One of my favorite yarns from Blue Sky. And it runs $16.20 for 146 yards. You can see the sheen from both the alpaca and the added silk. It is a to die for sport weight yarn. Then also in a sport weight is their 100% baby alpaca. Also has a lot of color options. I've knit with both of these yarns. They're wonderful. A lot of good pattern support. This baby alpaca, I've got a few more skein color choices over here. This runs $13.50 for 110 yards. Just a super, super nice yarn. Excellent hand to it. This next line is their Surrey Merino. And their Surrey Merino is another to die for yarn. It is a blend of 60% baby Surrey alpaca with 40% merino. My tag says 4, but it's 40% merino with the 60% baby Surrey alpaca. Nice, nice color choices. Has a beautiful sheen to it. Wonderful twist on the yarn. It's wonderful to work with. This next yarn is a fun yarn. This is called Techno. It is super lightweight. It's actually, it's merino, alpaca, and silk, and it's actually a silk tube. So it knits up, it's a light bulky yarn, but it knits like a single ply because it's a silk tube, so there's no splitting of the yarn. And then the alpaca and merino are infused into that silk tube. So because of that technology, this yarn is a little more expensive, but it is worth it. This is a brioche hat that I knit up in this Techno. Very lightweight. You might even forget you have this on your head. But it's $24.90 for 120 yards. And the blend on this, oh, this is actually made in Italy. I didn't realize that. The blend on this is 68 baby alpaca, 22 silk, and 10% extra fine merino. So it's mostly alpaca and silk, baby alpaca and silk. It is a gorgeous yarn. It's fun to work with. We have some really neat patterns that support that yarn. Then we get into their brush Surrey, which to me is a mohair replacement. This is just scrumptious stuff, nice and fluffy, doesn't itch. And theirs is a blend of Surrey alpaca, merino, and bamboo. So let's see on this tag where it says the percentages. I'll find it in a minute. 67% baby Surrey, 22% merino, and 11% bamboo. It's $16.80 for a reasonable amount of yarn. I have to find 142 yards. This is a super fun yarn. Makes some beautiful things. In our very first yarn crawl, when we did Yarn Along the Rockies the first year, this was our pattern that we gave away, and it was done in that yarn, in the brush Surrey. It's a two-tone, little over-the-head shrug. This yarn is a discontinued yarn from them, but it's a very, very nice yarn. This is a hand paint. It's a merino alpaca. It's 50% royal alpaca and 50% merino. So the royal alpaca is the very low micron, like below 20 micron. It runs $24.40 for I'm looking for the yardage for you. 100 yards. So we'll probably start putting this one on sale because it's been discontinued. But the colors I have, they're solid colors, and I only have about 6 or 7 colors, but they're very pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors here. The next yarn from Blue Sky is Metallico. Metallico is a really scrumptious blend. This is another 50-50 of alpaca and merino, or alpaca and silk rather, sorry. So 50-50 alpaca silk. These are natural colors, so no dye in these. However, Blue Sky is coming out with dyed color of Metallico, and these are the colors that they're going to have in that yarn. Hopefully in September it's going to be available. But this yarn runs, I've got 18 on here. I don't know if it's going to go up with the new colors, but it's 18 right now for what I have, 147 yards. The hand on this is to die for. I want to show you, don't get too dizzy while I walk over this way. This is a kit that's coming out to showcase this yarn. And I am taking pre-orders on this. So this is the Lexington Cowl. It's a linen stitch. And the kit will include 2 skeins of each of these colors. And so the kit will be this color. And I am taking pre-orders. They're going to run about $112 to $115 or thereabouts for a kit. If you're interested, please give us a call at 303-660-6684 so I can put you on the list. We're going to probably take a $50 deposit, and it should be here sometime in September. This is discontinued line from Blue Sky, but I still have a few skeins of this left. This is their royal grade. This yarn is major scrumptious. So royal grade alpaca, which is below 20 micron. And these are called Royal Petites. They're 100 yards for $14. And they had bigger, just called Royal, that was, they were bigger skeins, but we're out of those. But these are the colors I have left of the, there's one blue skein back there, bluey purpley skein. This is what I have left of the Royal line. There's a couple darker shades. And we have some patterns that support this yarn. They're just, most of these are just single skein patterns for that yarn. Scrumptious stuff. I'm very sad that yarn is being discontinued. Another big selling yarn for Blue Sky is their Extra line. And this is a merino alpaca blend. A lot of very nice colors. One of the most popular colors is this purple up here. And this is the sample cowl that we have. This is the Tokyo Tower pattern. Really nice handling. It runs $29.90. It's 55% baby alpaca and 45% fine merino. And it's a Aran weight yarn. And there are, trying to find how many yards for you, 218 yards in a skein. So $29.90 for 218 yards, Aran weight. Stitch definition with this yarn is lovely, as you can see in this cowl. Just a really nice yarn. And I think that's the end of my Blue Sky. So we do have access to other of their yarns, but this is most of I think this is all the alpaca and alpaca blends that they have, that we carry. They have some Highland Peruvian wool. We haven't gotten into that yet. So if you're interested in any of these yarns, give us a call at 303-660-6684 or send us an email at everythingalpacaco@gmail.com. Thanks everyone. Have a great crawl.